That lightsaber, it belongs to me.
Here we are with my force of rebels. It is led by one of my favorite characters, Erso. Erso has been upgraded with their pistol, duck and cover, and strict orders. She is supported by a rebel officer. There on the right, he has improvised orders. There on the left, you see another one of my favorite characters, and that's Sabine Wren. She has her electro grappling line, endurance, and recon intel. We got 3 units of special forces, so that's going to include 2 strike sniper teams. And then I have a unit of Pathfinders with Biston. They've also been upgraded with duck and cover and, of course, their configuration for their A300s. Got 5 units of Corps, so that's going to be 2 units of Rebel Troopers with the extra Trooper. We got the Medium Blaster, along with the Rebel Veterans, and those Veterans have an extra Trooper, and the CMO 93 Trooper. Another unit of Rebel Troopers with the medical droid, altogether 794 points, and a whole lot of activations. We welcome Jameson for the first time on the War Corgi channel. Jameson, glad to have you. Let's go through with us what's on your list.
We have Vader with Force Choke, Saber Throw, and Force Reflexes. Boba Fett with Recon Intel and Hunter. 3 units of DLT 19 Troopers with an extra Stormtrooper. 1 unit without the extra Stormtrooper. And then a unit of Scouts with the Sonic Charge. And then a strike team of Scouts with a Sniper Rifle.
Okay, I understand it comes in at 799 points and 8 activations. That's going to make me the blue player. All right, let's have a good time.
I call it aggressive negotiations.
As the blue player, these are my battlefield condition cards. We're going to run through them as we got advanced positions, major offensive and battle lines, intercept the transmissions, breakthrough, and sabotage the moisture evaporators, limited visibility, rapid reinforcements, and clear conditions. It's my turn to veto first, and I'm going to choose to pass, Jameson.
I'm going to veto advanced positions.
Vader doesn't like going that far. Okay. I'm not a big fan of intercept the transmissions, so I'm going to go ahead and veto that one.
I'm going to veto breakthrough.
Okay, I would have liked to play breakthrough, but we'll stick with sabotage and moisture evaporators. So finally we got major offensive, sabotage, and limited visibility. Let's go back and start turn 1 after deployment. Deployment's complete, but before we do that, let's go ahead over the terrain that you see here. All the MDF terrain made by Max from woodpeckergames.de. And all the buildings and storage containers are, of course, cover 2. The sandbags and the hills are cover 1 in open terrain, as is that area terrain of woods over there on Jameson's side. We have my first objective there on the right and my second objective here on the left. These roads, no game effect really, while that little pipe provides cover 1, cover 2 up here on the buildings. The river, as usual, will be providing difficult terrain but no cover, heavy cover for the landing platform, light cover for the bridge, light cover for these woods over here. There is Jameson's first objective token, his second one up on top of this platform. So Jameson, let's start over here on your right and work our way to your centerpiece.
We have a unit of Stormtroopers, Scout Trooper Strike Team, Scout Troopers, Boba Fett. And then Stormtroopers, Vader.
Okay, now it's worth noting you did make scout moves for those Scout Troopers and for Boba Fett, who has recon intel. Over on my side, kind of threatening Jameson's right, I have placed a strike sniper team right there along with Sabine Wren. And then we got another unit of snipers over here and a unit of Rebel Troopers. Supporting them is the Rebel officer who Jameson picked as his bounty for Boba Fett. and another unit of Rebel Troopers. So we come over here to the right. I have the Rebel Veterans, the Medium Blaster, the unit of Rebels with the medical droid. I have infiltrated my Biston-led Pathfinders up onto that objective, and Jin's holding down the center, waiting for Vader to come see her on that objective. So I think that is all set. We are ready to begin turn 1 now. Turn 1 card play. Jameson, I have gone with Symbol of Rebellion. That is Sabine Wren's 2-pip card. What have you gone with?
Standing orders.
Standing orders. That's going to be priority to me. So I played Sabine's 2-pip because I think this is going to be a game about morale and leadership. And Vader is way over there on Jameson's left flank with a lot of units over on his right flank. So that's why I went with Sabine's 2-pip. It gave me priority. I do have to order Sabine. Jameson, with your 4-pip, you have gone and ordered who?
Vader.
Okay, you want activation control with Vader. Everyone else is kind of just out there. As I go to my stack, as is a robust stack, I am going to pull a Special Forces unit. Okay, keeping in mind that it is limited viz, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and order these guys over here. They're going to go ahead and fix my moisture evaporator, and then they're going to take a dodge token. So we've put a 3rd wound on that moisture evaporator and taken our dodge token as we go to Jameson. Jameson going to the bag. He is pulled. Show the crowd.
Special Forces.
Special Forces.
Give me a sec.
All right, Jameson, you made a decision. What are we going to do?
Standby token and aim and standby on the Scout Troopers strike team.
Okay, providing overwatch over his 2 objectives. If I go back to my stack, I have pulled a trooper unit. Okay, that is fairly good news, but I do need to think for a minute about what I want to do here. So I've opted to activate this Rebel trooper unit in my center. They've taken their speed 2 movement up towards the building, and they've taken a dodge action. That's going to end their turn. Back to you, Jameson. So we've pulled
A trooper token.
All right.
Let's take these guys, the 5-man unit, and...
Okay, here's a movement tool for you. I'll go ahead and hold that.
Thank you. Cards falling out. Speed 2 speed move 2 speed 2 speed move
2 speed 2 moves.
Yeah.
Gets them into light terrain, so we'll let you go ahead and cohere them next. So that's the ending position for the Stormtroopers. Not quite in contact with their moisture evaporator yet, but they're getting close as I go to my stack. I have pulled a trooper unit as well, so what I'm going to do is choose to activate this guy over here. He's going to go ahead and make a speed 1 move and then take a standby token. Alright, the brave Rebel Trooper has moved out in the middle of the road. He has taken a standby token covering Jyn Erso as she attempts to beat down that moisture evaporator. As Jameson, we go back over to you.
From the bag. Trooper.
Okay, we got 3 troopers left to activate.
Let's put it on these guys, and they're going to move over to here. And take a standby token.
Okay, I like that play. Trying to deny me some area over on my left as I go to my stack. I have pulled a leader token. That's going to be Miss Erso before Vader gets too involved, and she is going to go ahead and beat down that evaporator and then take a dodge token. Actually, yeah, dodge token. So Jyn does have quick thinking, so she could have taken an aim and a dodge. It just doesn't help her here, but she has put a 3rd wound on the evaporator, taken her dodge token, and went ahead and finished her turn. As we go back to you, Jameson.
Drawing from the bag. Good, please.
Is there a bad in there? What'd you pull?
Up.
Boba Fett. We'll give you a second and let you think about what you want to do with him. All right, Jameson, what do we do with Boba Fett?
He moved up here and took a wound off the moisture evaporator.
Okay, he is wily fast. I already make an impact on the game is I got a Special Forces unit. Now that's going to be my 2 sniper units here. We're gonna take a look and see what we got in range 2. That's my limiting factor right now, so we'll take a look. After some thought, I decided to be super bold here. Looking at Jameson's center, his ability to affect this moisture evaporator up here is really just Boba Fett and that unit of scouts. Now my 3 commandos, 3 dice about my commando shoot, certainly can't kill all those scouts, but I can put some damage on them. And they are protected by the current line of sight issues. So that's what they're going to do. They've moved out here. They're now going to shoot. Jameson is in the open with those scout troopers. So let's go over to the dice. All right, my rebels, they get 2 black and a white because both the rebel commandos are in range here. Let's roll them up. So I got 2 here. Now it is at Pierce 1. You'll roll your 2 white defense. You need to save both of these. You save neither of them, so that's going to be 2 scout troopers down. Now my rebel commandos are exposed. Let's see if we can take advantage of that. All right, we have taken away 2 of the scout troopers. We've put a suppression on them. As that ends the turn for these rebel commandos, Jameson, back to your sack. I think you have trooper units and you have a commando unit. What have you pulled?
Commando.
All right,
the guys
so
that just got shot at.
Here's a white dice to see if they pull off their suppression.
These?
They do. They would have 2 actions regardless because they're leadership. Now, what would you like to do with them?
Okay, let's move forward and fire at that unit, maybe.
Okay, that seems like a good plan to me. All right, Jameson has moved his troops up. They are touching this heavy piece of terrain here, so they get to ignore that when shooting at my scouts who I've moved in the open. Unfortunately for me, part of my bridge is missing, so I get no protection from that.
Yeah, so they're gonna shoot the strike team.
All right, 6 black dice coming at me. We shall see. 6 black dice isn't nothing. No surging here. You got a solid 3, so I need to save 2 of these in order for one of my commandos to survive. I saved none of them, so that will be an activation down. Now I do have some activations to give, but good play there, Jameson. All right, so I've removed my commandos. It was a risk. I still feel pretty good about that, but this is really shut down Jameson's left side now. That is his last activation over here, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Sabine Wren. Sabine Wren's going to jump out using her jump 2 ability and move 3 and see where that gets me. Okay, Sabine used her jump 2 to move out. She is now within range 2 of that unit of commandos and then also Boba Fett. She has dropped her symbol of rebellion right here, and now we'll use her gunslinger. Both these units have heavy cover, but we got surge to crit, so maybe we do some damage. All right, Jameson, Sabine rolls a rainbow of dice. I'm going to go after your scouts first. Either 3 hits or a crit. I get neither, so that's just going to put a suppression token on them. And then after Boba Fett, we end up getting 2 crits. Now with the 2 crits at Pierce 1, Boba Fett rolls 3 defense dice, and I'll be able to cancel 1. So with Pierce, you end up blocking 1 and taking 1 damage and a suppression token on Boba Fett. Nice roll by Sabine. All right, suppression token on the scouts there and on Boba Fett, along with the wound on Boba Fett. As Jameson, we go back to you. I think you got 2 trooper units left in your bag, and then you have Vader. He has pulled a trooper.
Let's give me a sec.
Sure. All right, Jameson, what have you decided to do?
Well, I moved. Oh, wait a minute.
Yep, good call.
Moved up the troops behind there and took a standby token.
Okay, standby is really keeping me from moving up, that's for sure. As we go over to my stack, I've pulled another Special Forces. Okay, so I think it's going to be these guys over here as my last Special Forces unit. We're going to try to get them in range of Boba Fett and see if they can't shoot maybe a wound or 2 off of them. We'll see. All right, my Rebel Commandos have moved out boldly. They didn't learn a lesson in the last squad. They are outside of range 2 of those guys with the standby token and in range 2 of Boba Fett, so they're going to go ahead and take a shot at Boba Fett. who will have heavy cover, reduce the light, because these guys do have sharpshooter. All right, so once again, we got 2 black and a white coming at you. Surgeon to hit. We have rolled nothing. 0, nada. So not even a suppression token, which is what we were hoping for. Big sigh of relief from Jameson. Somebody get that Mon Calamari's eyes checked, please, because that was not good. All right, Jameson, you got a trooper left in your bag. You're going to go to them.
Let's... Give me a sec.
Sure.
Made a double move over to here.
Okay, and you're looking to support Vader as he comes up towards Jin, no doubt. As I go back to my stack, I have pulled a trooper unit. And that's going to be these guys right here, who are going to move up and also shoot at Boba Fett, hopefully to greater effect than those commandos. Rebel troopers have moved up, and now I'll be shooting into Boba Fett in heavy cover. Try to put that second suppression on him.
As I do range of my...
Yep, staying out of range of that standby for the Stormtroopers. Rolling 5 black dice. No surgeon here. I've gotten 3 here, Jameson. Now you will cancel 2 because of heavy cover, but that's going to leave you with 1 to save. No pressure. Oh, there's a second wound for Boba Fett. That's what we like to see. These Rebel Troopers showing the elite commandos how it's done, putting the wound on Boba Fett and a second suppression token, as you must now go with Vader.
Give me a sec.
Sure. All right, Jameson, what'd you do with old Vader there?
He double moved up to there and took force reflexes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to my stack. That's going to be a trooper unit. Getting into range 2 with these guys is not something I want to do now. That's just me to activate now. So all they're going to do is move up to this cover right here. And wait for Vader to make an appearance. Matter of fact, when we move him, we're going to move him a little bit closer.
All the attention is on Vader.
Yeah. And they're going to be done there. As we go back to our stack, we've pulled our Rebel officer who is aware that Boba Fett is a thing. So what he's going to do is, for the time being, he's going to come up here and then make a second move behind this building so I don't get jetpack rocketed right away.
Come on, fight me. Right here.
All in good time, sir. Don't forget.
It's not that hard. It's just Boba Fett.
You're injured.
It's just,
And these guys...
just one of the deadliest Mandalorians ever to live.
Is he even a Mandalorian, though? I guess it's a creed, not a race, so sure. These guys are just going to reposition a little bit. Okay. That's going to be the end of turn 1, with the Rebels having affected 2 of their objectives. Jameson and his Imperials haven't affected 1 of his over there. We have the token down. At this point, Jameson, we've removed 1 suppression token from everybody, and any green tokens on the board also come off. As both sides... Rebels playing much more aggressive than the Imperials at this point. Let's see if... see if they can, yeah, see if that pays off. Good call.
Rebellions are built on hope.
Jameson has picked his card. I picked my card. You want to go first?
Push.
Okay, push. I was really nervous with Jyn Erso over there staring down Darth Vader, so I played Rebellious. That 1 pip card will go to Jyn Erso and can make sure she can heal that evaporator and get the heck out of Dodge. That is my plan. All right, Jameson, I put my order on Jyn Erso. You've gone with?
Vader and these guys.
Okay, I'm going to start with Jyn Erso, and Jyn Erso is going to complete her mission by placing a token there. So that is fully done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run backwards this way.
Sorry, just fiddling.
Right back here. Oh, you're good. And that's going to be her done. So it's going to go over to you.
You know what, I'm gonna have these guys activate, and they're going to shoot into the Rebel Trooper unit.
Okay, do they want to aim first?
Yes.
All right. All right, so you were going after my Rebel Troopers. They are in the open. It was a risk, I know. Of course, What do you get? 5 white here,
5 white.
2 red, and you have a name token to spin. All right, roll them up. So we got 4 hits so far. Now you are precise 1 with those Stormtroopers, which means you get to re-roll 3 dice. Spinning that. I'll take that away. Move for another 2. Very good. So 6. This could be the squad, folks. Safes. Just 1. So that will be the squad of 5 Rebel Troopers down. Catching up on the activation. Jameson. Well done. That activation is done, as are the Rebel Troopers that used to be there. As I go to my stack, I have pulled a Trooper unit. Okay.
Much better than those Rebel Commandos.
We're going to take a look at this Trooper unit over here. If I'm within range 3 of Vader, it's going to be time to start blasting. So, am I within range 3 of Vader? I am. Okay. So, we're going to take a look at line of sight. I think I got Vader. Vader dead rights here, and we're just going to go ahead and shoot. All right, I will be taking an aim token before I shoot at you, Jameson. So, 4 black here. No cover. Surgeon to hit. There's 3. Let's spend that aim token to make it 3. So 3 red dice to you. Let's see how you do.
Saves, please.
Just 1. Vader takes 2 wounds. That's a start against the Sith Lord. It's going to end the activation for that medium blaster as Vader takes his 2 wounds. Jameson, where would you like to go now? Do you know?
You know what? Vader. I want to go with Vader.
Okay.
But I don't know what to do with him yet.
Well, let's take a second
Give
and
him a
think. Jameson's moved his Vader up. He is in base contact with the objective there, who Jen just destroyed. Moving twice, he's now got Relentless to Saber Throw on my Rebel veterans. He has also gained a dodge token using Force Reflexes, right, Jameson?
Yes.
All right. Veterans will have light cover. Let's see if it's enough to save them from a lightsaber.
3, so.
There will be no saves against Lord Vader's lightsaber.
Is it on?
Yeah. Okay, so this one's a miss because he does not surge to anything. We're going to block this one because of cover.
But that's
that
a
one will
guaranteed
go
kill.
through. And yep, I'm losing a rebel. Could have been worse. Alright, so that's going to end Vader. We have taken a suppression token and removed one of my rebel veterans as I go to my stack. I have pulled a Special Forces unit. And that will be these guys over here. We're definitely going to do some shooting with them and then probably some moving with them in order to stay safe. Alright, we decided to shoot up at Boba Fett again. They're going to be better this time. No aim or anything because they're going to move after this. He has heavy cover, which I reduced to light cover due to Sharpshooter 1. We just got 1 hit, so that's just going to put a suppression on him as they tend to still not hit very well, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and move them next. After putting the suppression token on Boba Fett, we've gone ahead and moved back behind these storage containers. We're losing too many activations too quickly. Rebel Command says protect yourselves. Jameson, you must go into the sack, the bag, and pull out something special. What do you got?
Special Forces.
I'm psychic. So you got 2 units to choose from here.
Let's
like
put it
them.
on these guys. No.
Okay.
Those guys.
Okay.
Before they get shot.
And what are they going to do? Move up.
And then clamber up.
Free clamor. So move the rest of your guys up there, and you'll be good. Supporting Boba Fett on that objective. As I go to my stack, I have pulled a trooper unit. Okay. That trooper unit is going to be these guys right here. So let me think about what I want to do with them. These rebel troopers have just moved around a little bit. That gets them within range 1 of my veterans, which is going to allow me to bring back a veteran who was killed this round at the cost of one of my charges for my medical droid. Their second action is going to be shooting Vader who will have cover 1 at this point. All right, so Vader's looking at 4 black dice. Can't suppress him, but we can certainly annoy him maybe. He has a dodge token to spend if he wants to. At this point, I have just gotten the 1 crit. Now, Jameson, this is where it gets a little bit difficult. So you can't block the critical with the dodge token, but you could spend the dodge token to make this surge to defense. But you know,
deflect.
And deflect. It would also deflect. But it would only be for 1 dice. And you see my other units over there.
Cough the rebel veterans.
You probably don't want to spend the dodge token at this point.
I will not.
Okay, so he's going to risk it. This is the smart move. Unfortunately, it does not pay off as he rolls a surge, but I still think that was the right choice.
Sticking its tongue out at me.
Okay, these rebels are done. Having put a wound on Vader, Vader retained his dodge token and has taken the 3rd wound. As we go back to you, Jameson.
Pulling a token out of the bag. Trooper.
Okay. So, a couple to choose from at this point.
These guys.
Okay.
He's going to climb up.
That would be a clamber move, or unless you want to do a climb and get up there safely.
I'm going to take.
Let's talk about it real quick. So he is clambering up there, which means he has to roll 6 white dice in this point. Any shields is going to be a dead stormtrooper. Oh, that's a rebel roll right there. Nothing. Well done. All right, you got the stormtroopers up there. What's the next part of the plan, my friend?
They're going to put their shots into the rebel veterans.
Okay, now the rebel veterans do have heavy cover because of the sandbags and the suppression token that they have.
Yeah, but...
Yep, still a good play.
Russian. One less shot.
All right, these big units of stormtroopers, you don't see that very often in Star Wars Legion, but it is kind of scary to be on the receiving end of 5 white and 2 red. Thankfully, no aim token here. My guys have heavy cover, canceling 2, leaving me with 2. Start making some saves, boys. Oh, you didn't mean to do that. It's good. So 2 dead. Not making any saves on this side of the table either, Jameson. All right, so that's a 2nd suppression token for those guys there. As I go to my stack, we have pulled a trooper unit. I think we continue to push our luck with Vader there. So what we're going to do is we're going to move these guys around a little bit. By a little bit, I mean we're just going to get them into cover as well. And then we're going to let them shoot at Vader with 5 black dice. Vader still with the light cover. All right, so 5 black dice coming at you, Jameson. We got 2 hits. You'll cancel 1 because of the cover. And again, you're faced with the situation of the dodge token.
I will not.
Not spend the dodge token.
Saving it for the rebel veterans.
I still think this is the right choice. You do make the save
I actually
this time.
made it for once. Yay.
Yeah, I think that's the 2nd one. Well, then the unit turn for the rebel troopers as we go back to you, Jameson.
Bag. Boba.
All right. He has 1 suppression on him right now?
2.
2, okay.
So
Let's
I can
see.
roll to attempt to roll it off.
Yes, you will roll 1 less, though, at this point, because you are within range 2 of my thing. He is not, so he will keep 2 suppression on him.
But
Still 2
has-
actions.
Yeah.
I'll let you think about what you want to do, and we'll come back. All right, Jameson, what'd you decide to do?
Moved him over there and firing into Sabine.
All right, we'll bring his 2 wound tokens and his 2 suppression along with him. All right, Boba Fett fires 2 weapons with his arsenal, too. 4 black dice. He does have sharpshooter, too, not that I have any cover. So you're getting 3 hits right here.
Sir. And surge crit.
Yep, it is at Pierce 1. So Sabine rolling 4 dice. Do something good, Sabine. Oh no, she takes 3 wounds. That was terrible. I'm sorry, 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Haha. because that one still goes through. So 2 wounds, that's why I always line them up. Still a good shot by Boba Fett. All right, there's Sabine. She has 3 wounds remaining as we go over to my stack. We've pulled another trooper unit. At this point, it would have to be the rebel troopers. I mean the veteran troopers. Might as well give it a go. So we're going to go ahead and use our roll off to see if we get rid of any of the suppression here. Neither. They're within Jin's command bubble, so they're not going to run. All they're going to do is continue to pour fire into Lord Vader there.
His job as bullet sponge.
Oh, Vader's the bullet sponge. Don't let him know that. As we got 3 and 4, you have your dodge token. Now I do surge here, and you also have cover 1 because of the sandbag still. It's just 1 crit again.
But I'll spend it since there's not any other units to shoot.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and let you spend that one. Now you'll search the defense, but you won't make it this time. He'll take his 4th wound. Veterans are all done as we go back to you, Jameson.
Pulling out of the bag.
Yeah, we got this side of the board still left to go.
Trooper unit.
Okay.
These guys will shoot into Sabine and aim.
Aim and shoot at Sabine, who will have light cover now due to the suppression token.
Full unit of Stormtroopers is surprisingly effective.
Yes, now this is the smaller unit of 5. So it'll be 4 white and 2 red. Surgeon to hit.
Nice. Drop die.
It's just like golf, yep. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this one, and so the 1 crit will go through.
Aim.
Oh, yeah, you did aim. I'm sorry. So, actually, we kept that one, then cancel. Okay, so 2 crits going through. Well played aim there. Sabine takes another wound. This is terrible, Sabine. You're rolling like Vader. Okay, there's Sabine with the 2 suppression and 3 wounds. She is really getting it stocked up on her as I pull a leader. This guy is my leader. Jameson, let's go ahead and take the dodge token off of Vader there. First thing the leader's going to do at the rally step, he's going to take 1 suppression off of those guys. And then after that, everyone over here is activated, so that means that's not going to do much for him. To take cover. I think what we're going to do is we're going to aim and shoot at Vader if I'm within range 2, which I'm pretty sure I am. He is. Seems like the brave thing to do. Go ahead. So I get a black and a white. He has sharpshooter 1, so Vader will have no cover here. I've taken an aim token, and I surge to hit. Let's see what he can do. So we got 2 hits.
No pierce.
No pierce. You'll take 1 wound there. Continue to pile it up on Vader. You kill my Sabine, I kill your Vader. That's how this is going to work.
Vader's are 4 points.
Surprisingly effective job by this rebel officer taking a wound off Vader. Everyone's just taking 1 wound. That's how this is going, Jameson. So eventually we're going to get him.
Eventually.
All right, so back to the Sabine side of the board. I think you have to go to your bag. And it's either a special forces or a trooper. In this case, it is a trooper. Now they will have a little bit more difficult decision to make.
They're going to move forward up to here and then shoot at Sabine.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Get some wounds on.
No, I think you gotta keep pressing on her. So she is gonna have heavy cover because of the bridge and the suppression tokens. And really, you might suppress her out at this rate. Oh, a good roll.
Surge to
with
hit.
no aim or anything.
Surge to hit.
We'll cancel 2 of them. That still leaves 3. Wow. Come on, Sabine. This time she makes all 3. Thankfully. Good girl. Sabine up to 3 suppression tokens. She'll be using her own symbol of rebellion. As I pull Sabine. So at this point she gets to roll 4 dice. Try to roll off some suppression here. She just rolls off 1. So she's just going to get 1 action, folks. This is not good. All right. Sabine, it's time to move backwards. Sabine retreats and goes ahead and flips over her token as we go back to you, Jameson. She has 3 wounds and 2 suppression token on her still.
The only unit I have left is the strike team.
Good thing they're out of range 3 at this point.
Yeah. So far as I can just suppress her to death.
Yeah.
You know what? There's not really much they could do.
There is not, unless they want to hop down from there.
Which they actually might.
Okay. Now they could take a climb action. That's a careful move down, and that way they won't have to roll any dice and potentially die.
Climb?
Okay, and then just perfectly there. Yep. As I go over here to my stack, I got a Special Forces unit again, and that's going to be these guys. And although my original plans was to have them fix that, I think I got to move up and shoot Vader. Surprise, Jameson. That's a look of surprise. My Pathfinders moved just into range 3 of the Sith Lord, and now are going to unload with a ton of dice, and I will be tapping Biston's big gun there as well. So get ready to eat some dice, Vader.
Might be able to pull this out.
Yeah, you do have Boba as a backup commander. Good call. All right, so this is essentially 2 Z6s, I was just telling Jameson, is it's 12 white dice and a black dice. Vader at no cover at this point because I'm in the terrain. And I'm surging to hit. And that is a good roll, sports fans. Not a great roll, but a good roll. Gonna force through 5 on Vader, who has 3 wounds remaining.
Well, this does not look...
He makes 3, so he's down to his last wound, but he's not dead yet. I wish he was. Vader at 7 wounds, that is going to be the last activation. The last one I have in my stack is the unit of troopers that Jameson killed earlier, so we get to remove 1 suppression token. Of course, Sabine gets to remove 2 because she has endurance equipped, but she's still hurting with those 3. And any green tokens, I think we're good there. Let's take a look at the board. You did not heal the generator this time, so it's still at 1 wound. 2 wounds over here. This one fully wounded at 4, that one at 3, as the Pathfinders have done a good job of putting 2 more wounds on Vader. Almost killing him, but not quite.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Turn 3, ladies and gentlemen. What have you gone with? Jameson's gone with Implacable, the 1 pip. I've gone with Complete the Mission, Jyn Erso's 3 pip. All right, so we'll go over that as we issue orders. Jameson, before you go, you had to put your order token on Vader. Jyn Erso ordered herself. She ordered this unit of Rebel Veterans, which then coordinated with the Emplacement Trooper, and then she also ordered the Pathfinders. Each of these units have gained 1 suppression token. None of them can be suppressed, and none of them can be panicked, and at the end of their activation, it may remove 1 suppression token. So, your 1 pip gives you priority. Would you like to start over here on your right?
No, I'm on Vader.
Okay, well, I thought I'd try. What is Lord Vader going to do?
First up, I'm going to move over the trench line.
Okay.
And he's going to force choke, whichever one is the heavy weapon.
That would be this guy right here.
And then he's going to make another. Also, he's tapping force reflexes for a dodge.
Okay. And then moving into Jyn Erso.
And making a attack action.
Okay, that makes sense to me. Hold on now, as this is very dangerous for Jyn Erso. She does have a suppression token, so she will roll 1 extra dice. 6 dice. He doesn't miss, folks. He doesn't miss.
All 6.
So I'm rolling 7 dice. This is Pierce
3.
3. And now what's interesting here is low profile, not low profile.
Danger sense.
Danger sense used to not work in melee, but now it does. That's why I get to roll the extra dice. Okay, you get to cancel 3 of these. In that case, Jen's gonna block 1 and take 5 damage. She's down to 1 health left. Well done. Jyn Erso with 1 health remaining, Vader with 1 health remaining. It is a very interesting game so far, as I am going to choose to go to my stack and hope for our special forces. It is a special forces. Hooray!
Drop of luck.
It's going to be these guys right here, Jameson. They're going to aim and shoot at the Stormtroopers up there. They will have heavy cover, reduced to light. It would be nice if I can kill a Stormtrooper, but more importantly, putting a suppression token on them would be good. So I do have an aim token here. Light cover, so I got to do 2 hits or a crit. I've gotten 2 hits there. At Pierce 1, you'll cancel 1. Or you'll cancel 1 because of cover. Pierce 1 will kill a Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper's dead. What should he have done?
Should have ducked.
Exactly right.
Absolutely,
all right.
Should have ducked.
That's going to put a suppression token on him as well, on that unit. As we go to... Get a suppression token.
Make that joke.
The suppression token's on. You have to go to your stack at this point. Go ahead and shuffle those up or toss them in there, shake them around. And we pulled a trooper unit.
Let's have these guys.
Okay, first thing you want to do is see if they roll off that suppression token.
See if they can. Oh, man, if I activate them now,
They do not. Okay.
only 1 action then.
Yeah.
They're going to put some more shots into the rubble.
The veterans down here?
Where do I want to put it into the big gun? Because it's in
question.
the open.
It will have light cover due to the fact that he has a suppression token on him. Thanks to Jin's complete the mission.
Give me a sec to think.
Sure, we'll go over the dice after. Jameson, who have you opted to shoot at?
The Rebel Vets.
They do have heavy cover, but every hit here is a good one. Okay, so surgeon to hit. I'm going to be able to cancel 2 of these because of the heavy cover, but that leaves 2. No saves again, so all but the unit leader are now down. All right, we've taken 2 casualties there off the board and added a second suppression token. As we go to my stack, we have pulled a leader. We're going to go ahead and improvise that order and pull a trooper. So that's going to be these guys right here. And what they are going to do is... I'm going to shuffle these. They are going to go ahead and use their second capacity to bring back the heavy weapon on the veterans, as you might expect. And then they're going to go ahead and aim and shoot at their thin range 3, which they are. Those Stormtroopers up there. Yep, that's what we're going to do. 4 black dice. No surges here. As we get 3 hits naturally, we're going to go ahead and spend the aim token to reroll 1. You do have heavy cover, so you're going to block 2. You need to save 1 here, my friend. And you do. That guy clearly learned the lesson in ducked. So well played. As we go to you now.
Pull one from the bag.
And we'll add a second suppression token here. I think I got 1 over here. I do. I need to kill Vader. And lots to do. What have we pulled? Operative. Boba Fett. Okay, interesting. Decisions to be made here. We'll give you a minute. All right, Jameson, what did you decide to do with Boba Fett?
Double move him over to here, where he is in cover and outside of line of sight, because these guys have already activated.
Okay. At this point, I'm going to go with Jyn Erso. And Jyn is going to go ahead and disengage from Vader to make sure I get all the opportunities in the world to try to kill him. So she's just going to move. Oh, I'm taking Vader with him. Or down here into this corner with a disengage move. She's going to keep her suppression token and her 5 wounds as we go back to you. And I think you are back to your bag.
Back to the bag and trooper token.
Okay.
You know what? We'll have these guys activate.
Okay.
He's gonna move up to. action, we're going to attempt to remove action off the board.
Okay, you're not going to be able to remove them because one of these guys is out of your line of
Oh.
sight. Now you can take the sniper out, which is still a great move.
Yeah, because then the unit
All right.
feels less of a purpose.
So go ahead and cohere those guys up, and we'll go over roll some. All right, this is a full squad of Stormies. So 5 white and 2 red. Oh my goodness. Pick him up now. He has heavy cover, so I'm going to block 2. He has to make 4 saves. I think I'm going to be down 1 sniper, but we'll get him back. He just makes 1 save, and so he is dead and a suppression. All right, so because the sniper's out of line of sight, he gets to replace the normal mini because he's the unit leader. So I still got the sniper rifle, but half a unit now. So I'm going to go to my blaster, and he is going to go ahead and aim and shoot at Vader. Now he can do that because he can't be suppressed with Jin's card. Oh, I'm going to hit like a freight train because I surged to hit. You do have a dodge token at this point. I've gotten 2 hits so far. I did take an aim token, so I'm going to spend that now. For 4. You have no cover, sir. Do you want to spin the dodge?
Yep.
Okay, so that cancels a hit. And now you are... I got... No problem. You got your 3 dice here. You are surging on defense and deflecting. Okay, so Vader is down. We needed that. At the end of their activation, go ahead and remove him, please, sir. He will choose to go ahead and remove his suppression token for next turn. Okay, that opens up things for me quite a bit. As we go back to you, Jameson.
Give me a sec.
Sure. Jameson going to his bag.
Trooper.
Okay. That is going to be one of these guys over here.
Well, let's do it. Let's do this unit. They're going to take a standby token. Actually, they're going to remove one of the wounds.
Okay.
And then take a standby token.
Okay. I like it. Got some options over on my side now that have opened up. I think what I'm going to do... Boba Fett is an issue here.
Especially since that 1 sniper unit had it already shot.
Yeah, we're going to go over here with these guys. Their first action is going to be recover, which will make Biston's weapon available again. And then I'm going to have your Stormtroopers at range 4. So not as many white dice, but we're going to go ahead and shoot the Stormtroopers on top of the building to continue to put the suppression on them. So that's going to be 1 black dice, and then Biston gets 4. And then I got 4 more guys for another 4. So still a healthy dice pool. Still searching to hit. You have heavy cover.
Yep.
We have a good roll again. Now you will block 2 of these, but that's going to leave you with 3, my friend.
Saves, please, baby.
1 out of 3, so 2 more Stormtroopers down and a 3rd suppression.
Should have ducked. Should have ducked.
All right, 3rd suppression for them. As I go over here, I am going to go ahead and remove their suppression token as well with Jin's Complete the Mission card. So we feel pretty good about that. The Stormtroopers, I'll go ahead and add a 3rd suppression for them, Jameson, as I think we're back to your stack, your bag at this point. And a trooper should be these guys over here.
These guys are going to hop down.
Okay, now are they clambering down?
Climbing.
Climbing down, gotcha. Okay.
Want to be a bit more careful.
Yeah, you were very lucky with those guys over there. Don't want
to
to press. Exactly. Okay, so I think at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Rebel veterans over here. And they're going to aim and shoot at the same Stormtrooper unit with their dice. So it's 4 white dice with the heavy and 1 black. This is at critical 2. You have heavy cover.
Wait a minute, where did the... Oh.
I got the aim token for me.
Give me a sec.
Sure.
I gotta move these tokens.
That's okay. I'm going to roll over here while you're moving those tokens. That's 0 so far. Let's try that again with 2. Okay, we got 2 hits. You'll cancel both of those out with your heavy cover, but take a 4th suppression token on those guys now. So at the end of their turn, I am going to go ahead and pull a suppression token off of them. As Jameson, we go back to you.
2 pulls left.
What we got? Special Forces.
Yep. That's good of.
Boba Fett, yep.
And then these guys are going to
move into contact.
Yep.
So this is your unit leader back here. We'll make sure he gets into contact.
And then they're going to remove the last wound.
Makes sense to me. As
so I don't forget.
All of my face-up tokens have now been dealt with. I gotta go to my stack. And that's going to be a trooper unit, which would be these guys back here. I think that's diminishing return. So these guys, Boba Fett has 2 wounds on him. These guys are going to peek around the corner, Jameson, and hit your exposed Stormtroopers. Actually, we're just going to move them right to there. Should make range 3, no problem, yes. And so that will cohere the rest of these guys so they have line of sight.
And they're in cover.
And they are in cover. Put one more guy out here without being afraid. And we're going to shoot down range at those Stormtroopers out of cover.
Another reason why I want to be a bit more cautious. I have to keep Boba Fett alive in order to claim the bounty.
Yep. So yeah, hopefully you're going to swoop in and take him out last turn.
The other thing with Boba Fett, he's going to be your new leader, and you're going to need him to save your guys from panicking. As I got 5 black dice going at the Stormtroopers, I've gotten 1 hit. 1 hit, folks. Jameson does save it. Well done. So let's get in the activation for this unit of Rebels as we go back to Jameson. Is this your last activation, my friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are going to take two range moves.
Okay.
Actually, they're going to move across the river, which will be a...
Speed 1.
Yeah. Then I can cohere this guy out of the river.
It'll still be a speed 1 move if you want to move him a second time.
Yeah.
Trudging along the riverbank.
Cohere him out.
Okay, I got 2 activations left. So we have our Rebel officer. Our Rebel officer just going to move up here a little bit so you can see your troopers up there and then shoot his 2 dice at him. He will go ahead and inspire 1 off of these guys before he does that, though.
What did those Stormies ever do to you, huh?
They climbed up there without taking any casualties. They're superhumans. All right, we got a black and a white. You have cover 1 because of my sharpshooter 1. I do got a crit there. And you got a save. Very good. Rebel officer is done as those guys now have 5 suppression. It's going to be my last activation, which will be Sabine. I think at this point I do have to be aggressive with the Sabine. So she's going to use her jump move. Oh boy, that would be a tasty shot there, but that opens up her to a lot in return, but she's getting a lot in return regardless. Where's the fight right now, Michael? Where is the fight? That is the question. We're going to go this way. So she is just going to jump to the other side here. And then she is going to go start shooting. Because that seems good. Alright, so I got a red, a black, and a white. We're going to go with Boba Fett first. He has a suppression, which means he has light cover. I just did a hit, so that's going to be another suppression on him. And now these Stormtroopers right in front of me, also with light cover. we got a hit and a crit. You'll cancel the hit, and that is at Pierce 1, so you're going to lose a Stormtrooper. All right, Jameson, that's going to be the end of turn 3. As we go around the board, we get to pull off a suppression from all of our units, just one. And then you have to nominate a new commander at this point.
Boba.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's a good play. As we go to turn 4. Real quick, we got 3 wounds here, 4 wounds here, no wounds here, and 1 wound here. All right, Jameson, we are in turn 4. I have played Legacy of Mandalore at 3 pip. You've gone Whipcord Launcher 1 pip, so you will have priority. All right. Jameson had to order Boba Fett, which he did. Sabine has ordered the sniper back here. The rebel officer over here and herself. That allows her to get up to 3 tokens. She's chosen a aim token and 2 dodges to try to stay alive. And she has nimble, which is important. So Jameson, you have priority. You're going to start with Boba.
Immobilizing Sabine.
Using the whipcord to immobilize Sabine. That's a free action for you.
Yep, so 2 immobilize and 2 suppression tokens.
Oh, yep, and there is that. I got 2 over here, buddy. Okay.
And then for his first move, he is going to jump. No, he's actually going to take an aim and shoot at Sabine.
Okay. Now, while Sabine does have 2 suppression tokens, Boba Fett is sharpshooter 2, so no cover here. We gotten 4 hits already. Now, I can spend 1 of mine to dodge this, unless you want to re-roll that in order to try to get a crit with your aim.
Let's try that.
Okay. Do not, so I'll go keep the dodge. You still push 3 through at Pierce 1, so I gotta roll 4 dice. Come on, Sabiner, stay with me. So you had 3 hits, right? So at that point, I block 1 to go through. Sabine is down, folks. All right, so Sabine is gone. The Mandalorian is done for this turn. Still at 2 wounds. He got the better over there. As I go to my stack, I have picked a leader. Okay, we can do that with Jyn Erso. We're going to take a look and see what we want to do. Sabine has moved across the sandbags and is now going to shoot up at short range against those Stormtroopers.
That's Jyn.
She'll always be Sabine to me. Jyn has moved across the sandbags and will now shoot up at the Stormtroopers. She does have sharpshooter 1, so hopefully that will help
The
out.
most important thing is Sabine really didn't get to do much of anything.
Other than take fire.
Yeah, the whole
Yeah,
game, right?
she didn't even take that much fire. She did nothing for me. It's unusual for her. With me, all right, I get 2 red and a white here, Jameson. You get cover 1. You'll block 1. This is at Pierce 2.
Oh, so flat 2 dead.
Well, no, I'm sorry. It's Pierce 1. I said Pierce 2. It's Pierce 1. You have to save 2 in order to save 1. You do not. So, 2 guys dead to include that nasty DLT of yours. And that's going to do it for Jyn Erso, as we take an air suppression up there.
Should have ducked.
Yeah, you can't duck Jyn. As we go back to your side, and it is all in the bag for you at this point.
Yeah.
We have pulled
A trooper token.
a trooper token. Which trooper is this going to be? Those guys have a suppression on them. Let's see if they can roll that off. You got one right here on the table. There you go. They do not, so they'll have 1 action at this point.
Which will be shoot the vets, I think.
Okay. My veterans are in light cover at this point. And you still got quite a few Stormtroopers. Let's move off to the side. Cancel 1, so 2 crits going through. This could be enough to take him out. And I will save the unit leader. Unfortunately, no medical droid left to bring him back. All right, as we go to the rebel side, we're going to go back to our stack and pull a trooper unit, which is what we wanted. All those guys are done. Turn 4. Okay. So we're going to go with these guys right here. And what they're going to do... Oh, they are short of range 3 there. Okay, that makes the decision-making process a little bit easier. Is... Maybe Jen goes back there and saves that. No, I think we got to go now. Go now! We're going to double move them back towards my objective. These guys have double moved back towards my objective and are now done as we go back to you, Jameson.
One token.
Special Forces.
I'm going to have it be this guy.
Okay.
So, first up, it's going to sound weird, but they're going to shoot.
And they only range 2, so it sounds very weird at this point.
Wait a minute. Isn't throwing mine part of shooting?
Isn't what?
They're going to throw a mine down here.
Oh, yeah, you certainly do that. So that is not an actual shooting attack.
Oh.
That's just an action. So they have thrown a mine to mine the ladder going up. Okay, and their second action?
They're going to move.
Putting the unit leader ready to jump down in future turns, perhaps. Okay. So I go over here.
Moving the scat troopers up.
I have gotten a trooper token again. How badly do I want that guy dead? Pretty badly, I'd say. But I think what we're gonna do.
He's going to take a lucky shot at Jen and hit her in the head somehow.
So this guy's gonna be out of range. That means his only shot is up there. He's gonna go ahead and activate. He's gonna take an aim token and shoot this guy before your plan to kill Jen.
And he's going to duck.
Nope, he's not gonna duck. He's
Alright,
done.
4 black dice from the medium blaster.
He is shooting up into heavy cover. He does have crit 2. So that's going to be a crit and 2 hits at this point.
Heavy cover.
Yeah, I do got the aim token, which I'll use to make it 3. You'll block 2, so he has to make 2 saves.
Do it.
No.
Ah, so close, yet so far away.
Otherwise, he is gone.
Should have ducked.
So he's going to take his 6 suppression with him. So that ends the turn for the blaster, who has been doing a yeoman's job taking out Imperials this whole game. Love them. As we go over to you, Jameson.
Drawing a token out of the bag. Trooper.
All right. I think your only trooper left is that one back there.
I never grabbed that guy.
Yeah. We have it on film that he actually fixed that, right?
And I need a move.
No, they took a standby.
Oh,
Yep.
That was this turn, I believe.
that was last turn.
That was last turn?
Yeah.
Oh, debacle. Okay, we'll come back to him then. So let's go ahead and do these guys.
They're going to double move.
Okay. We'll let you move them and come back. All right, so it was a slight mistake there. Jameson has put that token back in the bag, and those guys will be going here in a little bit as we go back to the Rebel side. I think I'm going to go to my stack, and I've pulled a trooper unit, which is going to be these troopers right here. We're gonna no good choices here. So my choices are to move them out and around to shoot at Boba Fett, and I think that might be it, or shoot at these guys. You know what? Oh, more Stormtroopers are coming. Those guys there. Boba Fett's a Nimbus, to be sure.
But Boba Fett's also the leader.
Yeah, that's why it would be good to get him. Actually, we're going to stand here, aim, and shoot at these guys. Because they are still within range 3, no problems there. Yep, aim and shoot.
Doing well.
Yeah, you're making me nervous, so I think you're doing well. Now, these guys haven't been doing a lot for me so far with their black dice. Let's see if they can do it for me here. 1 hit.
They are suppressed.
Uh-huh. So they'll have light cover. Oh, they push another 2 hits through, though, so you'll cancel 1. And they made up for it on the aim token. As you lose an air Stormtrooper. You're rolling pretty average with those Stormtroopers. All right, that's going to be it for these guys here. As we go back to your turn, Jameson.
Out of the bag.
You have a sniper unit still, and then a trooper unit, I believe. We've gotten a sniper unit. Now, they are still going at speed 1 because they are still in the river with the unit leader, but then they will be free. And they might have a shot from there if you want to take a look. Because they can go all the way out to range 5.
Ooh, they can see the heavy weapons guy.
Yeah, that might be a bit far for range 5, I'll tell you. We'll take a look and see what we want to do.
Maybe you can remove an extra.
So we just measured. His sniper does have line of sight and range to this rebel veteran who is in heavy cover now because of the sandbag and the suppression token. So I'll go down to cover 1 because of sharpshooter. All right, so you either need 2 hits or a crit here. You got 1 hit. That's going to put a second suppression on him. He lives. All right, second suppression on the Rebel Veteran is I'm going to go over here to my stack, and I have pulled a trooper unit. That's not the one I want, so I'm going to improvise orders there and pull my Special Forces unit over here. What they are going to do, Jameson, is they are going to recover, and then they're going to move forward. All right, those guys are now done having recovered all their weapons and moved forward. We go back to these Stormtroopers on your right, my left, right?
Yep. So I'm going to pull the trooper token. And the last trooper token was the... So I have activations after this one.
Okay.
They are also going to take a double move.
I got a movement tool over here for anybody.
Thank you.
So I'll let you move them up and then cohere them. As you're doing that, I'm going to go to my last unit, and that is... that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is go to my Rebel Officer, whose first action is going to be to inspire 1 off of these guys. And then I think what he is going to do is he is going to going to move, take it that, so there's the Stormtroopers all in the big ball on the bridge having a party.
And also they're removing some Rebellion's ability by standing on it.
You are allowed to stand on that token, by the way, but you're not allowed to remove its effect.
Oh.
Sabine lives through her artwork. That's how I feel. My poor Sabine. Alright, so he's going to move out here. I know this is dangerous, but I've been playing dangerous all game, and he is going to go ahead and shoot at those Stormtroopers who are in the open. So we got a black and a white coming at ya. No cover because my sharpshooter 1. I do have 1 hit, so take that on your Stormtroopers.
Does it search crit?
No, it just serves to hit, but I'd have sharpshooter 1, which will reduce your cover to 0. But you'll make the save and take a suppression token. All right, that's going to do it for the Rebel Officer as we go back to you.
I'm out.
You're out. Okay, so now I can go over here and pull my Rebel Trooper unit. I'm going to borrow white dice from you, Jameson, to see if I can roll off this suppression. This is for the veterans. They do not. It's time to move backwards with this guy because he's worth a lot of points. And these games often come down to points at the end. He's just running backwards at this point. That's going to leave my poor sniper, who is about to be overrun. He doesn't have any good choices left, so he's going to have to come out here. And he is going to go ahead and shoot at Boba Fett to see if we can't do some wounds on that Mandalorian. No cover because the sharpshooter won again. Didn't see this one coming, huh, buddy? Surge
that's bold. That's not boldness. That's desperation.
Yeah, that is. 2 hits. Means you're rolling 3 dice for Boba Fett. Roll like Sabine. Okay, so I get to cancel 1 of those, so you end up blocking 1 and taking a wound for 3.
Ow.
And a suppression. That is going to do it for turn 3 as we go ahead and remove 1 suppression off of everybody. Jameson has now fixed both of his evaporators, This one's still sitting at 4, that one at 3, but I got a rebel unit coming back to get him. So we'll come back for turn 5. Very, very, very exciting game. All right, Jameson, turn 5. What do you got for me? Ooh, 2-pip. ZX Flame Projector. I have got Trust Goes Both Ways. So now this is turn 5. We both have 2-pips. We need to roll off. As a blue player, it's my turn to roll. On a shield, I will have priority. On a not shield, you will have priority. I have priority. All right, so we are going. Yes, that's what just happened. We're going to stick with it. With priority, I went ahead and ordered some Jyn Erso and the Rebel Pathfinders. Jameson had to order Boba Fett. With that, I'm going to go to my stack and see what we pull here. We have pulled a trooper unit. Oh, interesting. So it's going to be these guys right here, Jameson. They're going to shoot at you, and then they're going to move. So these guys are going to shoot at the Stormtroopers, who will have light cover due to the suppression tokens, and then they're going to move up.
As I saw on Facebook, if anything happens to Baby Yoda, they will burn Galaxy's Edge at Disney World down.
Yes. It will be a riot.
5 dice, you got cover 1, Jameson. Finally performing. They're going to push 2 hits through after your cover 1. Let's see if you can fail 2 saves. No, you'll make both saves. That's the exact opposite. Take a 3rd suppression. These guys have moved back at speed 2 to give them some breathing room against Boba Fett's Flamer, hopefully. As it's over to your turn, Jameson, where would you like to go?
Let's go with Boba.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'm going to pull out of the bag.
I was really hoping you'd go with Boba. Way to be patient. This is the right play.
Special Forces.
Okay.
I'm going to have these guys activate.
Okay, now you will have to move them forward. Well, you could also go after the rebel officer at this point.
I'm going to actually...
And then finish him off with Boba Fett.
Easy over there. Easy. What are you going to do?
They're going to take an aim token and fire into the officer.
Okay. No cover for my rebel officer. With Sharpshooter 1. Okay, you got
Good
the
thing I
aim
took the
token.
aim.
That's a good thing. Don't miss that again. 2 hits. He's going to take 2 wounds
Pierce
here, no
one.
doubt. Yep, 2 wounds. Well done. Rebel officer left out high and dry there by me as I go to my stack. And I have pulled a Special Forces unit. Look at this, Jameson. Aiming and shooting at the Mandalorian.
It's Boba Fett.
Who's not a Mandalorian. But Mandalorian's not a racist creed. Oh, that was a good draw by me. Giving me a black and a white. No cover for Boba Fett again. There is 1 hit. Let's roll a 2nd dice. 2 hits. Roll 3. This could be it for Boba Fett. No! Saves just enough to keep him alive. He's on 4 wounds, but he is hurt, folks.
Precisely what I was thinking.
All right, so Boba Fett down to 1 wound left. He has 2 suppression on him. Where are you going to go to next, Jameson?
Pull out of the bag.
Yeah.
Actually, give me a sec.
Sure. Always 2 there are. A master and an apprentice. All right. So we have a plan developed. Where are we going to go next? We're going to the bag. We have pulled the Special Forces.
Yep.
It's got to be these guys up here.
Yep. And actually not. They're going to throw a mine.
Okay.
Mine down. I'm going to mine the heck out of this place.
That trooper says he brought mines. He's going to throw them.
Apparently.
And then they're going to move back a bit.
Okay. Saving those guys to make sure you don't lose their points. It's a very expensive unit. All right. Let me go to my turn. We're going to go to my stack, and it is a trooper unit. So it's going to be these guys back here, Jameson. They are going to go ahead and make sure I got plenty of movement to get in contact here. I do. Moving up to here. in order to secure this objective with the last wound. Secure the objective is not the right way to talk about it. I'm placing the last wound on there. Okay, as we go back to you.
Pulling out of the bag. Troopers.
Okay.
Rolling off some suppression, please, maybe. Yes.
So you got 3 to go here. That is no easy task.
And hand me that one die over there.
Sure.
Thanks.
Uh-huh. They roll off 1, so they will not panic. Of course, Boba Fett Leadership 3, they weren't in danger of that, but they only get 1 action.
Which they will use to get the heck out of there.
And they're moving backwards as well.
Tactical retreat.
I like it. All right, that was an important thing for me because that was the last thing to threaten my blaster here. So if I pull his token, which I do not, I've pulled my Rebel Officer's token. We'll roll 1 white dice here. He will go ahead and take off that suppression. He needs to diddy back for sure in order to make it at least difficult for you to get the bounty. So he's going to move back here.
And dodge.
In what is clearly a bait move on my behalf, Jameson. He's going to dodge. He's also going to stick his tongue out at Boba Fett. To say, come get me, bro. As it is your turn.
Well, Boba Fett. Give me a sec.
Sure. Jameson's back. He's going to activate Boba Fett, who's rolled off no suppression.
Still has 2 actions.
Still has 2 actions. If he wants to take a straight line, he can jump over the building, but he's moving out.
And shooting.
And shooting at the blaster or
The Rebel Officer.
The Rebel Officer. Going for the bounty here, folks. I do have a dodge token. We got 2 crits so far. At Pierce 1. I can't dodge either of those. So I need to make both these. I only make 1.
Yes!
So bounty token goes to Boba Fett.
There's no way he's going to survive.
All right, so Jameson, I'm going to remove my officer, and the bounty is beneath him. So I'm going to let you grab that bounty. Now, to score that bounty, Boba Fett needs to survive to the end of the game. I'm banking on the fact he won't survive till the end of the round.
But if he does...
But if he does, you win. So my job is to make sure that does not happen. We're going to start with this E-Web, not E-Web, the medium blaster. He's going to aim and shoot at Boba Fett. I'm thinking you might have been too young to see the movie Platoon.
Yes.
But when you get older and see it, you're going to remember this moment. All right, so 4 black dice. You do have cover 1 due to the suppression tokens. I'm having all kinds of problems with the camera tonight. Here we go. Uh-oh. I got... so just 1 so far. Make it 2. So 1's going to go through after your cover. It only takes 1.
Please?
There he goes down. Very interesting.
There he doesn't.
Boba Fett has been removed. As my E-Web is done, I will take this bounty token back. As we go over to you, sir.
Wow.
There's, you should have 2 troopers left. There's going to be a very hard time for Jameson to start repairing that evaporator.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be tied game and go to points. I think he sees a good target over here in my poor vulnerable sniper. So 2 moves up there, right? As I go here, my Rebel Veteran with no suppression is just going to move back here to make sure I don't lose points for him. As you can go ahead and activate your other Stormtrooper unit.
Let me get my token. They're going to... No, they're gonna... You know what, they're not actually going to give up any victory points.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do some quick math to see what the score is now and whether or not a turn 6 could change anything. So we'll be right back. Jameson and I have added up some points and we've discussed things. Having killed Boba Fett, Darth Vader, and unit of Stormtroopers, even if I concede this unit of Scout Strike Team, he is going to be far behind and not be able to catch me in points, and he cannot threaten my objectives. So essentially what we got here is a tiebreaker of points destroyed, and I win that. The only chance he had, really, was killing this unit back here, who I'm not going to let see, or Jyn Erso, who has 1 health remaining, and Jyn still has a move, so all she's going to do is move up here to make sure she can't be seen either. There is no way for Jameson to come back here. It is a tie, and Jameson is going to lose on tiebreaker. But awesome game, buddy. You are new to this. This has to be a left-handed handshake. I really want to get you on camera and talk about your thoughts of the game, and thank you so much for coming over. So here we go. Welcome back to the War Corgi YouTube channel, where we just had a phenomenal game. Jameson, I heard Santa Claus was very good to you. Gave you a bunch of Star Wars Legion stuff. Now, Jameson and his dad have been playing for about a month now, a little over a month. They've been using my army at the local game store, but Santa was great to them both. And they are now fully integrated into our Star Wars Legion community here in St. Louis, Missouri, also Illinois. And Jameson, this was the final test for you as an Imperial officer. You graduated all the courses, one final field exercise to see if you could join the Empire for our upcoming Star Wars Legion campaign that we're running in 2020. And I'm glad to say that you passed with flying colors. I'm going to be super excited to have you on my team as the Imperials take it to the Rebels and your dad. In the next year.
Never gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You're grounded.
Thank you so much for coming over for the game. I thought you played outstanding. You had a chance to win. We've been talking about it a little bit. Tell us about your list first.
Vader was I was planning on having like a couple of units of Stormtroopers support, lay some suppressive fire down, and essentially run them into the center of the enemy force and destroy and defeat any major threats.
Yeah.
Boba Fett was supposed to get the bounty to get another point and do some damage. The 4 units of Stormtroopers were to hold objectives and lay down supporting fire, and the Scouts were supposed to be my close range damage dealers. And also they were supposed to use the mines to board control. The snipers were supposed to just damage minor units. And Vader died disappointingly quickly.
Yep. He didn't do the amount of damage you were hoping he would do.
Boba, he went far beyond the Call of Duty.
He did phenomenal. I agree with you there.
A couple of those Stormtrooper units did amazing.
I thought they did really well.
Cause like that one Senate that clambered up and didn't lose a single guy. That was their first great feat, and then they stood there for the rest of the game and shot.
Yeah.
And got shot at. And most of them didn't duck.
They did not duck. That was a good running joke that we had throughout the game. So, and I think your scout troopers, kept some objectives for you up in the center, and that they performed well. What's nice about the scout troopers, you like them for the same reason I do. They look super cool. And I grew up on Return of the Jedi, where the scout troopers were super cool. Unfortunately, it is very hard to use them, and I think it's exceptionally hard to use them in a Vader list. So they did some things for you, but probably not enough. Now on my side, I went with Jyn, who's one of my favorite Rebel commanders, because she's just so versatile. She does a lot of things for the Army. And I went with Sabine Wren, who normally does a lot for me, but
got shot by a fellow Mandalorian.
Yeah, she did, and she did not win that battle, and she went down ingloriously, not doing a whole lot for me. I really thought, with Vader being on your left flank and all those troops being on your right flank, that Sabine was going to be able to jump up there. She was going to use her symbol of rebellion, throw some bombs out, suppress the heck out of your troopers, and they were all going to run away. That's not what happened. That wasn't even close. So, well played.
Standby came in handy there.
Yeah, it sure did. And then winning that initiative with Boba Fett, taking her out with a couple critical hits was phenomenal.
Yeah, that was some really lucky shots that I would normally not make.
I don't know. You didn't have exceptional rolls tonight, but I thought you had solid rolls throughout the game.
Yeah.
And if I had a choice, that's what I would like. I would like just solid rolls throughout the game and know what my units can do. Fortunately, when I played Chris Peterson, it doesn't happen. That's another story. So I think one of the
Darn you, Chris!
I think one of the things that showed tonight was a little bit of your experience. You just don't have a lot of games. And so playing Sabotage the Moisture Evaporators, what you didn't know is that's a big advantage to blue player. Because normally that game's going to end up with one side putting all the wounds on the evaporators, there too, and the other side taking all the wounds off the evaporators, and it comes to a point difference. And in this case, me being able to KO Vader and then you losing Boba Fett there at the end of turn 5.
Yeah, I should have just ran away from him.
Yep, I think if you would have ran away with Boba Fett, you had
killed that one sniper.
Yeah. And saved all the Boba Fett's points.
Yeah.
And it was a great game. You had some opportunities to win. But that bounty, I even told you, I was putting them out there to bait you. And like a good fisherman, threw out the line, and Boba Fett bit, and I reeled him in.
I should have just run away. I was thinking I would guarantee win.
Yep.
I thought I would go for the guaranteed win, and then I just messed up.
Mandalorian armor is really good. But you're a 40k player, you've been on that really great 40k channel whose name is escaping me right now.
Mini Wargaming.
Mini Wargaming a couple of times. You play the Preferred Enemies, my favorite 40k podcast, and you just beat them this week. Congratulations on that. And you also play Space Marines. And you know that 3-up saves fail a third of the time. And fail 100% of the time when you need them to pass.
Yeah.
Boba Fett has a 3-up save. And so with the amount of dice I was throwing at him, he was going to lose one of those. And he did go down to the first shot, but I still had Jyn, and I still have my Pathfinders. As soon as you jumped him out there in turn 5 to kill that rebel officer, I won the game. Yeah. But you played really, really great.
And even if he survived, you might have been able to take like a pot shot out of him with the Pathfinders.
Yep. Yeah, I had Jyn and the Pathfinders lined up, and then we were both going to play standing orders the next turn, so maybe you get to run away at that point. Maybe Jyn gets in there a shot.
I was also had very few cards for activation control. That's something I really lacked there.
That is. So people use shore troopers to kind of help them out on that because they can coordinate with the mortars. But overall, I think you can make some improvements to your list, but I thought you played it really, really well.
Thank you.
All right. So talked a little bit about the campaign. I know Santa was really good to you. I don't think he brought all the presents you needed. I heard you lost a piece to DTF-16. She's one of my favorite models, so I'm going to give that to you for appearing on the channel.
Thanks.
And then to ensure our victory over the Rebel scum, also going to give you my favorite sculpt in the whole game, the Imperial officer, because you have graduated from the academy today. Hand that to you. Now you have some medical droids to support you with Vader. Jim, if you can grab my Imperial Army officer hat off the top of there. We're going to bestow him the rank of Ensign in the Imperial Stormtrooper Corps. Just toss it over here. Throw that on. And I can't wait to have you back on the channel. I can't wait to have you on the team with me for this campaign. We're 100% going to rule. So if you're not tracking, you can join the campaign with us if you join my Patreon supporters. And thank you for everyone who's joined so far. Those Patreon supporters are going to be able to play missions in their local play group. Those missions will affect the rest of the greater campaign. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not interested in being a patron, I understand that. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the Work Orgy channel, and then follow along as we do this 2020 campaign throughout the year. It's going to be a blast. All right, any last words?
Have fun gaming.
All right, and may the Bork be with you. Bye-bye.